Coming to you from an elementary school parking lot, but it's all right because the elementary school closed down, so there's not any little kids here that we're gonna creep out. It's time for a Wellness Workout walkthrough, and today we're gonna walk you guys through the pike push-up. All right, from beginner to intermediate to advanced level. All right, now what you need if you're advanced are 3 chairs or some elevated surface like a table and 2 other chairs, all right? Preferably ones that don't have arms on them. But I'm gonna show you right here because, you know, I don't have so many resources today. I'm gonna show you the gist of all of them, right? Each type. So if you're a beginner and, you know, you can do regular push-ups, right? Well, we could focus on the shoulders, on the triceps, on the upper back, and on the serratus anterior a little more if we do pike push-ups along with our regular push-ups in our routine, right? So when we talk about a pike push-up, we have our regular push-up where we'd be like this, right? Regular push-up, right? So the difference is you either walk your feet forward or walk your hands back, or both, all right? So you get to the point with a pike push-up where you're going down and coming up. Now, all that weight is on your shoulders, right? So, oh, Shane, I can't do, you know, that vertical of a push-up, all right? I'm just a beginner. Okay, well, if you can do a regular push-up, right, then you just walk your hands back less. Okay, so just come back a little bit and start by going at this angle with your head down. The key is, now look, at the same angle with my head up, it's kind of like a regular push-up, right? So, you know, get yourself to the point where you're sharpening this angle more and more and more until you're about vertical, right? With the most drastic vertical angle would be with, you know, a handstand push-up, right? So if you get to the point where you can do it at a sharp angle going down, what's the one problem we have? Well, the one problem that we have that people don't talk about often is the fact that you're limited in your range of motion by your head hitting the ground. And you don't want to pick your head up and look forward, right? Because then maybe you're focusing on the upper chest a little bit more. We're trying to slam the shoulders, the back, the tris, and again, the serratus anterior. And fun fact, why the serratus anterior? Why are we hitting them here? Well, you know, when you're in a plank, right? And I won't go on my elbows because I'm wearing a fresh lights lecture. You know, I don't want to mess it up. When you're in a plank and you're doing a thruster, like we showed yesterday, right? What about this motion? Coming up. Feel your core, right? You feel it. You feel it in here, right? Your serratus anterior. So you put your hips up like that. It's activating your serratus anterior. Doesn't this look like the position of a pike push-up, right? If we were to walk our hands further back and so on, right? So that's why it hits the serratus anterior. Now, when we get to the point where we can do it pretty much vertical with our feet grounded, all right, then elevate your feet. Elevate your feet on another surface, right? You could put them up on a table or something and do the same thing, coming vertically down, looking behind you almost when you're going down and getting that head to the ground. Of course, like tapping it against the ground, you know, slam your head, and then coming up, right? Now, the most advanced would be taking 2 chairs because we said we're limited in that range of motion by our head. You take 2 chairs, you put your legs up on an elevated surface, all right? And you go down so that your head, if I have my feet up on something, your head is going down, your shoulder is getting to the level, your shoulders are both getting to the level of the seat of the chair. So you're getting deep. Now the key with that, do you go up this way or do you go up this way? You go up this way. This would be the hardest. It's the most vertical force. It's the most vertical force coming down on the shoulders, on the upper back, right? On the tris, like we're saying. The serratus anterior are working. So you know, the key is when you have your feet on something, you're gonna rock your butt forward. You're gonna rock your butt forward. So just imagine that these were up on another chair, right? And what you're gonna do is rock all your weight. So it's all vertical, you know? So your feet really might be like this. You rock forward, all right? You let your butt come this way, right over you. And when you go up, you don't get lazy. You don't get lazy when you're going up and come up and back, right? You come straight up. Honestly, if you're doing it right, I work out all the time. I work out every day, just about, right? I could do like 4. It's not a lot. Fresh. I mean, if I'm doing it, I'm making it as hard as I can make it based on how I feel it, right? You could do 10, you could do 20 if you do it another way. But if you really make it as hard as it could be for yourself, you're not going to get many. And if you do that, you take a minute, 2 minutes rest even, you do 10 sets, I promise you will be dying. You will be dripping, and you're going to feel all jacked up. Feel great after that. And it's something you could do at home. So, you know, a fun, good workout that you only need a couple chairs for, right? And some other elevated surface, all right? Now, what happens when you start to fail going up? All right, do I just stop? Well, no. The mid-set spotting principle, the mid-set workout alteration, so that you can keep going and get more out of it. What is it here? When you're coming up and you can't come up vertically, that's when you push back at a little angle, all right? And then when you come down and you can't come back at this angle, you turn it basically into a push-up just to get yourself up. And you got to be careful with pike push-ups when you're on an elevated surface coming down, because you don't want to fall on yourself, right? And you never let yourself get to the point where you're coming up and you start twisting, right? There we go. We lost you for a second. I'm trying to walk around and get service. All right, but that's pretty much all we got for you. You know, do it at home again. 10 sets should do it. If you do, you know, if you're doing them with the chair like that, especially, and you know, if you can get 4 reps strict vertically, it's very good, I think. You know, even 3. You know, and heck, do more if you can, obviously. And then after that, you go back at an angle a little more this way. And then you pretty much are flat, turn it into a push-up, all right? Try that 10 times a minute between each set. I think you'll be dying. Who do we got? John Figate. How you doing, John? What's up? B-Bays. It's your boy, B-Bays. What's up, brother? How you doing, baby? I miss you. I miss playing Mario Kart with you and loving you. I still love you, but I'll see you soon, man. Thanks for hopping on. You guys have a great rest of your day. Happy September 27th. We'll see you tomorrow, folks. Enjoy it. Thank you so much, and happy When Wellness.